In Trek, Starfleet constantly encounters dangerous new technologies, phenomena, and alien societies. Despite this, they are actually surprisingly transparent with their knowledge. Students at Starfleet Academy, for example, learn about the adventures of Kirk's Enterprise and the many earth-shattering discoveries they made with little censorship. However, Starfleet, like pretty much every other organisation, has some secrets that they wish to keep hidden. Tech too potentially dangerous to be shared, crimes that Starfleet committed in the past, entire worlds forbidden to visit, and many more classified pieces of information exist, known only to the highest-ranking officers in the fleet and the CIA-inspired secret organisation Section 31. Section 31 itself, since its conception, has retreated further and further into the shadows, until they were virtually forgotten by everyone by the 24th century. Clearly, Starfleet has a skill of hiding what they don't want to be known. And so, with that in mind then, I'm Ellie with Trek Culture here with 10 classified Starfleet secrets. Number 10. Yore. When Discovery's crew travelled to the 32nd century in Star Trek Discovery's third season, the Mirror Universe version of Philippa Georgiou started having flashbacks, losing control of her mind, and physically glitching at random intervals, and no one on the ship could figure out what was wrong. The Discovery crew took this information to Dr. Kovich, who accessed and showed Dr. Culber the classified file of the alien known as Yore. Yore was a Starfleet officer and time soldier who, in 2379, travelled both to the future and to the Prime Universe from another dimension. Kovich revealed that his journey to both a different time and a different universe, just as Georgiou had done, caused him to slowly and painfully die as his molecules drifted further away from the time and place they were meant to be. Interestingly, it's heavily implied that the universe Yore originated from was the rebooted timeline from the new Star Trek movies. Kovich stated that his reality was created by a Romulan mining ship. Fans assumed that he was referring to the Narada, Nero's ship from the 2009 film Star Trek. Number 9. The technology of the Genesis device. The development of the Genesis device started off with good intentions. The device created by Dr. Carol Marcus was the most sophisticated terraforming technology in the Federation. But after Khan stole it and detonated it aboard the USS Reliant, the technology's destructive capability was exposed, which made Project Genesis a huge controversy across the quadrant. All of the science behind the Genesis device was classified by Starfleet. This, mixed with the drama surrounding Khan, made many neighbours of the Federation, such as the Klingons, very nervous. Ultimately, these fears died down because the tech was soon found to be unstable and the project was scrapped. So although almost everyone in the quadrant had heard about the Genesis device in the 23rd century, the actual science behind it was known to only a few individuals. It's likely that either Starfleet or Section 31 still keep records of the tech, and many other alien species have probably tried to recreate it, but we have so far never seen this on screen. Number 8. Dangerous Borg files. In the iconic two-part Voyager episode Scorpion, the crew entered Borg space for the first time. Prior to this moment, no Federation ship had ever gone so deep inside the Borg's home territory, so Janeway tried to prepare by reviewing every file on the Borg she could find, including classified information likely only available to captains. It's a quick shot that's easy to miss, but near the beginning of the episode, when Janeway is doing research on the computer in her ready room, you can see that the Borg files she's reading are, in fact, classified. This might seem like a minor detail, but it actually tells us a lot. Most people in the Federation have heard of the Borg, so it's likely the classified information pertains to Borg technology, such as nanoprobes and electronic mind control, which could have been studied from salvaged Borg drones and ships. It makes sense that Starfleet would know a great deal about the tech simply from examining it, but they definitely wouldn't want the Klingons or Romulans to be able to access it. Number 7. The Paxons. In the Next Generation episode Clues, the Enterprise D inadvertently stumbled into the home system of the Paxons, but everyone other than Data had the memory of their encounter erased. The Paxons are a highly xenophobic species. They hate outsiders so much that they conceal their homeworld with an energy field that stuns the crew of approaching alien ships, rendering them unconscious until they leave the system. The field also tricks sensors into detecting a fake wormhole, so when the crew awakens, they assume that the journey through the wormhole was the cause of their unconsciousness and spontaneous jumping across light years. Unfortunately for the Paxons, Data, as an android, was immune to the effects of the energy field. At first, Data was able to revive the crew, but in order to escape certain destruction and appease the Paxons, Picard had to allow them to erase the crew's memories. He ordered Data to never reveal the existence of the Paxons, but clues were left behind that led Picard to uncover Data's secret. The Paxons agreed to give them a second chance and once again erase their memories, this time taking special care to remove any residual clues. Data presumably kept the existence of the Paxons secret for the rest of his life. Number 6. Discovery and the Spore Drive. After its sister ship, the USS Glenn, was destroyed, Discovery became Starfleet's only ship equipped with a displacement-activated Spore hub drive. This unique technology is the fastest and most advanced method of travel ever seen on screen. The ship can access a universe-wide network of mycelium to instantaneously move across the galaxy. The tech was highly classified and was even developed with the involvement of Section 31. Although the Klingons were aware Discovery could appear out of nowhere, they had no idea how the Spore Drive functioned. After Discovery and its crew were transported to the future following the battle with the artificial intelligence Control, Spock recommended to Starfleet that Discovery should be reported as destroyed and keep classified all information regarding the Spore Drive and Control. Clearly they listened to his advice, as Starfleet never used Spore Drive tech again until Discovery returned in the 32nd century. When they got to the future, the Spore Drive was instrumental in protecting what remained of the Federation and solving the mystery of the burn. Number 5. The Morphogenic Virus. One of the more abhorrent acts ever committed by Section 31 was their creation and deployment of the Morphogenic Virus. Section 31, realizing that the Federation's hopes of winning the Dominion War were dwindling, intentionally infected Odo with the virus during a medical examination. The top-secret morphogenic virus was specially designed to kill changelings, the leaders of the Dominion. They hoped that Odo, when linking with other changelings, would pass it on to the whole population. Odo was never meant to develop symptoms, but when he began to, Dr. Bashir did some digging and exposed the Section 31 plan. Using some fancy tech, Bashir was able to enter the mind of the Section 31 agent Luther Sloan to extract the cure, saving the changelings, including Odo, and improving the relationship between the Dominion and the Federation. Many in the Federation opposed giving away the cure to save their enemies, but this act of mercy was instrumental in ending the Dominion War. Number 4. The Pegasus. In Star Trek Discovery's 3rd season, the ship received a number of tech upgrades from the future. One of these upgrades was a cloaking device which surprised audiences because for most of Starfleet's history, the organization was banned from developing any sort of cloaking technology. The ban was one of the requirements of the Treaty of Algeron, which also reinforced and redefined the Romulan neutral zone and greatly improved the Federation's relationship with the Romulan Empire. The treaty brought peace to the Alpha Quadrant but delayed the advancement of cloaking technology for centuries. Many in Starfleet were apparently rather displeased with this arrangement, as we learn in the Next Generation episode Pegasus that the organization illegally developed and tested a secret cloaking ship, the USS Pegasus. The Pegasus was equipped with a phase cloaking device, a unique type of cloaking tech that shifted the vessel out of phase with normal space, rendering it not only invincible but also presumably indestructible. After an accident, the Pegasus was thought to be destroyed, but it was actually drifting through space in its cloaked state, before materializing later inside a solid asteroid. In the episode, the Enterprise D crew was ordered to retrieve or destroy the wreckage before the Romulans found it, but when Picard learned the truth of the phase cloaking device, he made the information public. Number 3. The Mirror Universe Visitors from Discovery. At the end of the 1st season of Star Trek Discovery, the ship and its crew were transported to the Mirror Universe, the edgy, authoritarian reality, first appearing in the original series episode Mirror Mirror. Eventually, Captain Gabriel Lorca was revealed to be a Mirror Universe imposter trying to use Discovery to get revenge on the Empress of the Terran Empire, the mirror counterpart of Michael Burnham's deceased former captain Philippa Georgiou. In the end, Lorca was killed and Georgiou was brought back to the Prime Universe against her will, where she assisted Discovery in ending the Klingon War, then later started working for Section 31. Despite Discovery's 1st season taking place before the original series, when Kirk's Enterprise encountered the Mirror Universe in Mirror Mirror, they had never heard about it before. This is because Discovery's interactions with the Mirror Universe were classified on a need-to-know basis. Only high-ranking officers like Captain Pike were briefed on the Mirror Universe, Lorca's origins, and the true identity of the new Georgiou. When interacting with average people, Georgiou played the role of her Prime counterpart, stating that she somehow survived her supposed death. Number 2. The Secret of Talos 4. The true nature of Talos 4 was a secret so guarded by Starfleet that revealing it was, during the original series, the only crime with the death penalty. Talos 4 was the planet visited by Captain Pike and the old Enterprise crew in the original series pilot episode The Cage. The world was home to the Talosians, whose technological illusions were so powerful that they could allow extremely injured or dying people to live comfortably again. Spock commandeered the Enterprise in the two-parter episode The Menagerie in order to free his former captain, Pike, from his wheelchair. The law forbidding travel to Talos 4 was known as General Order 7, and as mentioned earlier, had a punishment of death. But Spock was able to protect his crew by seizing control of the ship single-handedly, risking only his own life. In the end, Starfleet made an exception to General Order 7 and allowed Spock to go unpunished, but the law likely remained in place afterwards, at least for a few decades. Starfleet feared what would happen to both the Federation and the Talosians if the public were to learn of the incredible powers found on Talos 4. Number 1. The Omega Directive. In the late 23rd century, a Federation scientist named Keterat made a very dangerous discovery, the Omega molecule. Keterat created an Omega molecule using boronite ore, but lacking proper containment, the molecule became unstable and exploded, killing everyone aboard their secret research base and devastating the Lantaru sector. The worst effect of the explosion was the destruction of subspace, which rendered warp travel and subspace communications impossible across light years of space. Starfleet determined that Omega was too dangerous to be allowed to exist, as a few mere particles were thought to be enough to destroy subspace across an entire quadrant. All information regarding them was classified, and only Starfleet captains and flag officers were briefed on its existence for the sole purpose of destroying it at any cost should any molecules be detected. Voyager encountered a large number of Omega molecules in the episode The Omega Directive. Alone in the Delta Quadrant, Janeway was forced to inform the crew about Omega and, with the help of 7 of 9, successfully destroyed the molecules, damaging only a small area of space. And that concludes our list. If you can think of any that we missed, then do let us know in the comments below. And while you're there, don't forget to like and subscribe and tap that notification bell. Also, head over to Twitter and follow us there at Trek Culture. And I can be found across various social medias just by searching Ellie Littlechild. I've been Ellie with Trek Culture. I hope you have a wonderful day, and remember to boldly go where no one has gone before.